Hello and welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're going to cover Stage 3 of Woodland Brutality 2022, the fields of Ukraine. And it definitely had that flair with having a DPM here. But I digress and get ahead of myself. What did you do on this stage? Well, literally where the camera's sitting right now was the starting point. And what you did was you dashed forward up to the right side of the picnic table where there was a DPM waiting for you. And you had 10 rounds to engage 3 poppers downrange. You had to hit those poppers with your bursts of fire. And if you didn't, any ones you didn't knock down, you had to go collect with your rifle. And those were about 200 meters away. At 300 meters were 2 full-sized IPSC targets that you had to engage with a shot each. Then you had to clear your rifle and dash over to the first first VTAC barricade. From that VTAC barricade, you had a set of pistol targets that you had to engage. You did not have to engage them through the VTAC barricade. It was just a shooting position. And every 25 meters down, you either had a barrel or a VTAC barricade, and you did the same thing. You had 2 pieces of steel get 2 hits. They were 8-inch circles and 6-inch circles that you had to get your hits on. Just beyond the last blue barrel that you see down there was a firing line, and that was 100 meters away from where you started, and 200 meters beyond that were those targets that you had engaged at 300 meters way back at the picnic table, and you had to get 1 hit on each. And if you didn't do that, you were out of luck.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by.
All down?
Nope, you owe me 2. Left and low. Low center. Full target low. Just at the base. Left elevation good. Splitting between the 2 poppers, elevation good.
I've got crappy visual on that. Can I abandon?
You can abandon. Clear. Move. Clear. Show me clear. Clear. One hit each silhouette. Time. Unload show clear. Clear.
Oh well, that was suboptimal. Couldn't see the poppers. Knew I was wasting a lot of time. Decided not to waste any time on the 300s. Went and collected the pistols and got one of the 200s, but timed out before I got the last one. All right, well, there's an old saying in brutality matches, a dumpster fire every day helps keep victory away. And this seems to be my dumpster fire. Didn't get the hits, and I'm going to blame equipment on that. I know you're always supposed to blame the shooter, and blaming the equipment is a cop-out, but not this time around. Why do I say that? Well, I was using an MRO, one of the very early versions. I think I've had the thing since like 2016 or something, and we all know, based on the internet, some of the problems with it. I've never really encountered them much. But this time they bit me, and they bit me hard. What we had was the targets against a background of almost similar color, so very low contrast. That MRO coating that has that light blue tinge to it eliminated what contrast there was. So I could poke my head up and go, oh, there's some targets. Matter of fact, I think I had knocked them all down with a DPM, and then the RO said I hadn't. And I'm like searching, like, oh, okay, there they are. And then I'd go down behind the scope and no targets. So I was having to pop my head up, go, okay, that's where I think it is, and put around where I thought it was, and he was trying to talk me on, and it just wasn't happening. So I asked, hey, can I abandon it? Because I made two quick decisions. If I'm not getting those hits, I'm going to par out and take a crap load of failure to engages and penalties of these pistol targets, because there's 8 of those plus 2 rifle targets downrange. And if I'm not getting the 200 yards, 300 ain't going to happen. So I asked if I could abandon. They said I could. I immediately showed clear and boogied over to the pistol targets, well, moved in a slightly more than glacial manner, and then just started collecting the pistol hits. That's why I stopped blaming the equipment, because at that point the shooter could have moved a whole lot freaking faster. But that's neither here nor there. The problem with the equipment was the MRO and that lens coating just eliminating all contrast, and the targets just became invisible. And even with Jenny's +5 to my accuracy, wasn't enough to overcome the fact that if you cannot see the target, you cannot hit the target. Such as brutality, they did consider fair and decided against it, and it bit me this time. We hope you're enjoying this coverage of Woodland Brutality 2022. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for Stage 4.